Rich, I've got just a couple of things to update you on. First of all, you've seen the horrible flooding that's been in Colorado and Utah and other places like that. It's having an impact on the lake levels. That we've seen those rise pretty rapidly. They've seen, because of that flooding, about 3 feet of elevation gain in Lake Powell and 2 feet in Lake Mead. So that goes to speak of the amount of water that those folks are seeing.
Yeah, because most of that's going east, west. Yeah, east. Most of that's going
Yeah,
west
well,
side.
they said that there was a lot on the east side, but they said they got pretty much an equal amount on the west side of the Rockies. So they're forecasting that to keep moving down the river, so they anticipate more flooding as that comes this direction. But hopefully not like they've seen on the other side. I'd like to remind you of the NREA annual meeting on September 26th. And also want to let you know that I've been in communication with the Western Area Power Administration. We are updating our integrated resource plan. We've been cooperating with them to do that. Over the coming weeks, we're going to ask for some public input, comment on that, and then we're going to bring that to the board next time for your approval. But if you see something in the paper, that's something that we're required to do by the Western Area Power Administration.
And just in relation to that, I've been seeing things about some kind of a national grid blackout to take place in November. In your discussions with WAPA, have you heard anything about that?
No, they haven't mentioned that. They've not mentioned that. So, wanted to also let you know that the Nevada State Energy Office has been working to upgrade the building codes in Nevada. They recognize that in Clark County that the building codes have been upgraded, and they see the benefits of that. They want to extend that statewide. The problem with that is they look to do training and enforcement and make changes to the building codes. They're looking for 2 ways to fund that. One of those would be a surcharge on every power bill in the state of Nevada. And so Nevada Rural Electric is involved in that, and we're working with the State Energy Office to mitigate that, or to maybe find another method to do that. But that's something that we're working on, but again, that's being actively pursued by the governor, and something will happen in regard to that. That's my update. Unless you have any questions, go ahead and turn the time to Terry.
The only thing that I have for you is an update on our CFC Loan 9 status. It was up for renewal as of the 1st of January 14th. We were able to renew that early as of September 1st. So we went from a 5.9% interest on that loan to 3.45. And that equals out to about $78,000 savings per year, and over the 4-year span, because it will reprice again in 4 years, of about $312,000.
Which agency is that with?
CFC.
CFC.
Yes.
And that was based on what factor that reduced it?
We have 4 loans out there that reprice every 4 years. So this loan was up for repricing January 1st. But they allowed us to reprice early, so we took advantage of that early repricing, and we'll see that savings as of September 1st.
What made them lower from where it was to where it is?
That's just their rates right now.
Like,
4 years ago when
like
we
CD.
repriced it, it was 5.9.
That's good.
So that's the only thing that I have for you.
Before we go to Melissa, there was one thing that I overlooked. I did have some contact from the city. They contacted us about sharing some lobbying services, and we met with the city and the water district and talked about some opportunities there. We don't have anything at the present time that we need to do, so we're not going to participate in that currently, but we've left that option open, that if in the future there's some services that we can share, we'd sure be glad to share those services with the city and the water district, hopefully save each of the customers a little bit of savings on those services. The water district here in Virgin Pond. Melissa, would you like to do the financial report?
Okay, as you can see on line number 1, our operating revenue for August was $3,873,000. Our cost of purchased power for August was $2,429,000, adding to our total cost of electric service of $3,358,000, giving us a margin for the month of $514,000, contributing to our year-to-date margin of $1.69 million.
I think we ought to mention right there too, that that will be the last time we see a positive margin for the next few months. This is the period of time where that starts to go back down.
Consumption goes down.
Yeah.
On the asset side of our balance sheet, our total utility plant and service is at $99,390,000. Our net utility plant is at $75,535,000, giving us a total assets and other debits of $92,945,000. On the liability side, you can see that our total margins and equity is at $33,455,000. Our equity as a percentage of our assets is at 35.99.
To go up here?
Yes, it did. So as of this month in 2012, we were at 35.18. So we are continuing to see growth there. And again,
Melissa, that equity number, when we get the reduction in interest rate, it has to be 40 or better?
40%, yes.
And what is, from where we're at to what's the reduction, 2 or 3%?
It's 25 basis points, which is a quarter of a percent. Well, when you're talking about,
Yeah, millions of dollars.
yeah, it does make a difference.
We're still working towards it, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Our total liabilities and other credit is the $92,945,000. Here we have a breakdown of our cash. If you'll go to the next page, it's a little easier to read. You can see that the ending balance for our banks as of August 31st was $7,309,000. That's an increase from last month of $442,000. From that, we have customer deposits, work order deposits, construction done, and refunds to the state, giving us a total available cash of $7,101,000. In August, we received 28 connect fees for $47,670. You can see a breakdown of our electric receivable accounts balance and our current billing arrangements through September 12th. We had 112 for $25,914.
What do you suppose is causing the increase in that again? The economy not doing as well as
It's
people are telling us?
It's the higher bills.
Higher power bills.
And then we'll see a drop for a couple months, and then as the holidays roll in, we'll have more people making arrangements. Here we have a breakdown of our CFC and loan and bonds. We have a quarterly payment due on September 30th, and that will be paid in full and on time. You can see that on loan number 9, we went to the 3.45 as Terry talked about earlier, giving us a weighted interest rate of 4.88. If you remember last month, I reported that that was at 5.17. We also have debt service for the bonds that is due December 31st, and that will be paid in full and on time. As of August 31st, we had 14,203 customers. Here we have a breakdown of revenue by customer class. Becky, if you'll go to the next screen, you can see that a little bit better. You see at the bottom, our monthly cost for August was at 6.5 cents. Our monthly revenue was at 9.8 cents, and our 2013 average cost is at 5.9 cents. Here is a graphical representation of our margins for 2013, and as Minda said, we'll see the peak and then we'll start seeing the valley again. And that's it for my presentation.
Okay, that brings us to the review and refer monthly expenditures to the future audit. That was posted. You gentlemen have had an opportunity to review that. Anyone have any discussion on that? I'm looking for a motion to refer the monthly expenditures to the future audit. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.